So, as I've said before, I am an agent for the restoration of natural selection, natural order, right? Those who are the strongest and the fittest will survive, right? That includes men and women. Don't ever think I'm only talking about men, right? Because a lot of women shouldn't have been born. A waste of fucking skin, right? Your womb doesn't make you valuable, right? And so because I think like that, most things men do don't impress me, right? So, men have these ways of approaching women due to what women respond to. And, a lot of women are just attention whores, and, a lot of women are in survival mode, and whether it be financial survival mode, emotional survival mode, right? They're desperate for whatever, they think a man can give them and stuff. So men could, I spoke about this earlier about men pandering. I think that's the weakest thing a man can do. He's a danger to himself, pandering and coddling women, and, those things, impress women. Because a lot of women want men who are men externally and female on the inside, right? I like men. And I know that's a hard thing for a lot of women. I don't dislike men. I like how men are. I like that they're the polar opposite of me. And that's what I observe. I don't like when men try to appeal to women, right? But because a lot of men are weak to women and they're afraid to scare the pussy off, they do and say things that will work, and oftentimes it does. But it's almost impossible to impress me. I was speaking about this in my video I uploaded earlier, where a fella was talking about, you got to cook for your woman and all this stuff. I said, that doesn't impress me. Can you fight? Right? You want to impress me? Join the Marines. Join the Navy. Go fight the pirates in the middle of the ocean. That's fucking impressive to me. Put your life on the line. Risk your life for a greater cause. That's what men do. Right? I'm not impressed by the girly shit that women want from men. I can do all of that stuff myself. Is it nice to receive sometimes? Yeah, but that shit is not, it doesn't sway my opinion or thoughts on a man, because men do what they have to do to get what they want from women. And women always talk about standards and requirements. Most women's standards and requirements are things that don't do a 180 for them in life. Their standards and requirements are things that make them feel good. So they want a man who's emotionally vulnerable. I don't want no motherfucker that's emotionally vulnerable in the ways that women want. There are certain things that men should and should not be doing. And when I see certain things that men do, that they do to appeal to women, I know that he's a weak link. Right? The measure of a man is what he has accomplished in life. Any idiot can pay bills. If you can't pay your bills, then I don't know what to tell you, right? An idiot can do that, right? An idiot can buy flowers. An idiot can plan a date, right? Those things shouldn't be impressive. Does it feel good? Sure. But doing that's and most men will perish poor on a fixed income and powerless, right? All a man has is his word and all of what he worked for in his life. When it's all said and done, what have you done? What is your legacy? Children are not a legacy. You leave a legacy for children, but just laying with people and popping out offspring, that's not a legacy. You're extending your bloodline, and the bloodline could be a piece of shit, right? So there are things that I believe men are here to do, and that's impressive. Doing what I can do is not fucking impressive. I can cook my own food. I can pay my own bills. All the things that I can do for myself is not impressive if somebody else can do it. You're just doing something for me that I may not want to do, right? When women start holding men to a standard of men, where you thinking from a space of, if my life was in danger, could he save me? If I was in imminent danger, if they start dropping bombs, would he know what to do? Did y'all see that challenge on TikTok? It faded really quick because the men were looking terrible. Sprinting, a couple, like the man and the woman would run, and you see how men run. Men are weak. They're thin. They're malnourished. Right? You hardly see men. Right? Because they're watering themselves down, because they don't really have to do anything in life to earn one of the most valuable commodities, which is a woman. Women will be with and sleep with anyone. That's not how it's supposed to be with natural selection. The only reason why most men have a woman is because of patriarchy, religion, right? The top men, the strongest and the fittest, created a system where all men should be able to gain access to a woman, because they know that their lives would have been in danger if all men didn't get access to women. If most of the women went to a very few men. I know what's required to earn my keep and to build something out of nothing, right? And because of that, most men are not impressive. I cannot be impressed by the things that impress most women, because those things don't require a man to do them. Men have certain roles that the shit that women want men to do, that's not a man's role. They do it to make us feel special, but if you just observe men, watch their habits, watch how they eat, watch how they walk. I spoke about this before. If he walk with duck feet, he's lazy. One punch to his face and he's gone. Why is your stomach big as a man? You don't carry children. There are things that I look at and listen to with men, chatty men. Why the fuck do you talk so much about nothing? Right? Just watch men. There are a lot of men that will be weeded out if it weren't for the control that women are under, patriarchy and all these things, male-centeredness. Most men would not have a woman. I don't even know, why would y'all trust most men with your life? I want to be a stay-at-home mom and wife. And it don't even be for men with power. It don't even be powerful men. It be regular ass. I mean, most people are average, so most women will have an average man, but that doesn't mean he can't excel higher than the rest of the average men. It's not just average men and then the elites, right? There's a scale, right? Women just pick and then men tickle me. What are you looking for in a man? I'm not looking for a fucking man. I don't have to look. They're always around. A man just walked by here. There's always a man somewhere. I'm not looking for them. But if I was open to that, what would be impressive to me, what would be courting, is tell me what you did with your life. Motherfuck the bells and whistles that women want. I don't need to be romanced like that. I need to know how you gonna survive when this shit blow up.